people. How you guys doing on this beautiful Thursday morning, or depending on whatever time you will be watching this? And you know, Thursday is our new favorite day because it's one day to the weekend, and guess what? You get a brand new episode of Chat Spot every Thursday at 10 a.m. right here on YouTube, Switch TV. So before we continue, like, share, subscribe, notification bell. You already know the drill by now, but I have to remind you. Also remember to connect with us on our WhatsApp line 111-444-111. Let us know, you know, how you're feeling the show. If you have any questions, send your advice part. You know, we'll always do our best to help you out. And of course, as usual, we have a fantastic show lined up for you guys. I am Joyce Minor.
Hola, fantastic show, they said, and I am repeating that we're gonna have a very fantastic show. How are you guys doing? It's a beautiful, very cold Thursday morning. Like, it's so cold, and definitely saying tea. You can't say no to tea. It's bad manners. We give the best tea right here in your optimum temperature. Like, how do you like your tea? Coffee, or is it hot chocolate? Sisi tuko hapa kuserve just that. And by the way, I think the best soulmates that ever found each other is definitely cold and some tea. Karibuni sana. My name is Nana Witi.
Where do you come up with this dad joke?
I don't know.
I know where you get them from. Well, I won't say how you get them, but I know where you get them from. I know.
Because it's transmitted. Okay. It's fine. It's fine, Joyo.
No, but it's YouTube. Fine. We can say it, but I won't say it. Sitachoma. Unajua mi uchoma.
Usijaribu.
Sitaki kuchoma.
Si leo.
Mi uchoma.
Si
Vibaya sana.
Bei ya unga imeshuka?
Officially imeshuka.
I think so.
Ama ni fununu.
I hope no. I think the government already passed that, so I hope supermarkets zishashukisha na huko kwa maduka.
By the way, naenda kuangalia leo. Kwanza napitia kwa ya wholesale tuoneka watakuambia.
Hata mimi lazima nipitie. Kwanza kuna ingine nilipewa ilikuwa na dudu. I have to return it. I don't know. Walikuwa wamezihod.
Let me tell you guys something. If you want someone to complain on your behalf, just take Nana with you. I thought I could complain.
Please.
But Nana,
mimi tutakosana because
Nana can complain.
Value for my money. Mimi kwanza napenda pesa.
But hata kama ni 200 bob. You better give her value for
please,
that 200 bob.
That 200 bob wewe nipatie. Usianze kuniambia hii Nana lakini si wewe ni celeb wapi? Where? Me I bargain.
Because my money is different.
The only place I don't bargain is sokoni.
Yeah.
Like sokoni na feelingi, by the way, si wewe uendanga super unachukua.
Exactly.
So usi complain sokoni. But anywhere else.
Bro, me I've seen Nana return food and look at those people in the eyes.
Like ini nini? Exactly. I mean, if umeka food flani umeka ni 300 shillings, and then you're bringing that food to me, and it doesn't
with
look
less
like
something.
Less. What did you sell to me?
Exactly.
Kilo uliuza kwa ground tafadhali rudisha.
Mimi nilikula na alisema kujieni chakula yenu. Kujieni hata sikuli. Aliangalia tu hivi as they came for the food. I'm like, bro, I don't know how you do it.
In other words, did you see Swiry?
Of course I did. Oh my god, you know what? I feel like what is your take on it? Because if I start talking now, even me, I'm going to start getting upset.
I was like, okay, kusema tu kweli Strathmore, this is a guest, not really. Already you have whatever regulations you have for your school, and they've followed that. But then this is a guest. Did you even tell her, by the way, basi, kama unakuja vaa hivi? And then it's a guest. She shouldn't be subjected to your laws and regulations.
And I feel mostly all of these rules are for women. Like when it comes to a guy wearing jeans, they won't give him a hard time. But when it comes to women dressing the way they want to dress,
it's like patriarchy.
Exactly. There's a very big colonial patriarchy going on in Strathmore. Like if you go through those stories, you won't even believe half of the things you're seeing. You can't get admitted if you don't come from a two-family household.
Wait, what?
Yeah. If you get pregnant, you have to get married Nasiru Rashio white wedding, or else you are fired, even as a faculty.
Wait,
what? Yeah, they don't recognize traditional weddings. You have to get married like, you know, church wedding with a priest or a pastor or whatever. Like there are so many things. The same rules that apply to students. There's this lecturer who, I don't know her full name. I think she's somebody McPhee. She's white, obviously, so I have to mention her name. She'll come with her 2 miniskirts and teach a class where she tells you to leave because you're dressed like her.
Wow.
Like, it's so insane. There's actually even another lady who was coming to do the same thing, like she was invited to speak there, but she wasn't allowed to enter, or rather a day before the event, she was told she can't be allowed to come and speak because she posts bikini pictures.
Wait, post?
I'm dead.
And not in school?
A guest speaker. Yeah, so these guys, you know, they do their deep dive, especially on women, because why would you invite someone
Yeah.
Okay, so these people invite someone, and then when you go do your research, you're like, hey, she has bikini pictures. Oh no, she can't come, even though she's not
just
coming
because
dressed in those bikinis.
And then is it even about how you're dressing or what you're saying?
No, man.
Is it
That's
not
slavery.
about
That's
what is in between your ears?
Exactly.
You know. And then I'm thinking, at a customary wedding is not allowed.
Yeah,
Wait,
traditional wedding is not recognized.
Which year are we in?
Exactly,
So are you
exactly.
saying our forefathers were so wrong for everything they did?
Clearly.
And only Christianity or whatever
applies.
Come on.
Like, please go and look at, because she's put up that thread. It's going to be on her highlights. She said forever, so that people can see the kind of neo-colonialism that we're going on. Like, mental slavery is still very real. Like, we might not have chains on our bodies, our hands, our legs, but
we enslaved,
mentally,
bro. Yeah.
and it's the patriarchy. If you look at those comments, it's men, like 90% of the comments is men saying, no, but you should. Oh, but you see the rules. Oh, and it's men. Like,
isn't it sad? Isn't it sad? Men say don't do this, but then still hit on women that are doing exactly that.
At us, our school, our women, who's women? Who's women?
Let's chime in and bring in the emancipate yourself
Please,
from mental slavery,
because it is. There's a lady who was also told
sad.
that she can't do an exam because she was not wearing a bra because she will distract the brothers from their exam. I'm like,
wait, this is still happening.
I'm like, I'm sorry. So you care about the men getting an education, but not the women.
But how
women
many
just
times
there.
did we have our ancestors walk naked and they were not being raped?
Imagine.
They didn't have clothes. The only places they'll cover with branches, the leaves of trees were here and here, and no one was thinking, hey, ako acha nikachu. Isn't Goa, by the way.
The patriarchy is slowly dying, and they are so upset. That's why they're behaving the way they're behaving. So, Swiry, thank you for speaking up. You've given other people the voice to speak up. Keep doing it. Eventually, the matriarchy will be back in power where it should be. Thank you.
Amen. Now, of course, let's give you the tea. It's time for Pop Spot.
It is a tale as old as time, because I feel like we've talked about this for like forever. So, Jamal is begging his wife. Remember, sijui ni Jamal, ule moja, ule.
Roho safi.
Yeah, roho safi. Yeah, although sidhani ako na roho safi, so sijui hiyo jina ilitoka wapi. So, Jamal is out here on the social medias begging his wife to take him back after, I don't know how long it's been since him and Ambare broke up. But yeah, he's out here just begging, as was expected. Si tulisema hapa, kuna misimu za? Ilikuwa yama?
Maembe.
Maembe season ya nini imeisha. Time to go back to the madafu. I didn't say that. It's the wife who said that. Let's be quite honest.
Yeah.
But he's out here on social media begging the wife to come back, and someone actually tagged Ambare and said that, look, he eventually went back to his wife. And Ambare replied, and she was like, time is short. Acha watu wapendane. That was like her reply. That was it. Like, that is what has everyone in a frenzy, which, like, are we surprised? Are we surprised that he wants to go back to his wife? Are we surprised? Like, we've seen this, again, tale as old as time. It always happens like that.
Yeah, I'm going to say this, and maybe we can just wrap that up, because I think it's already been a soap opera where we are like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. But as parents, we define what love is to our kids. So if we are doing certain things, they're going to think that is love. And this coming back, sijui enda, disrespect bibi yako huku, they'll take that for ini mapenzi. So even when they advance and grow, they'll still relate that to love.
Exactly.
So mi sina advice yoyote, because watu wamelala blanketi mbili. So cheki. And then there's nothing as bad as like dealing with someone who's disrespectful, because they don't communicate. They don't communicate with their senses. They communicate with your egos, with their egos. So true. Again, what exactly? Anyway, acha tu wish to all the best, because again, me, I love family. I love the idea of family, but where?
Yeah.
Kuna disrespect ingine inakuanga so loud because zile za
I think even Amira has noticed. She's like so over it, because she really hasn't said much of late.
Yeah.
So I think even her, she's come to her senses. Let him continue begging. The way he embarrassed you and his family, let him embarrass himself for a while longer. That's my advice.
That's true.
Hata let him continue begging. make him continue begging until the end of time.
And
That
then
is my
watu
advice.
bado wanaweza co-parent by this.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's not the end of the world.
you could be a very good dad, but then you're a bad partner.
That's true.
So
Facts.
again, usisahau hiyo. So you see, the fact that you share kids doesn't have to be a reason
That you
for
have
you
to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next story, guys. And this one is about Mary Jane. No, not what you're thinking about, but we have the Minister for Agriculture probably in the next Wajakoya government, if this story is anything to go by. Now, there's a lady in the streets of Nairobi. I don't know where she lives, but I just saw a video of her, and she's tattooed in hapa kwa forehead marijuana, inaitwa cannabis sativa. That leaf iko hapa hivi kwa forehead right here. And I don't know if you guys can roll the video of her just talking, and she's just, you know, like smiling. Did you see the video? And a smile like ulizwa na wazazi wako wanateki kitu aje, and she's like hawakuwa na shida alafu watu wakawaambia. I'm like, maybe mamake ajui hii ni nini, you know,
in the middle of the forehead.
Forehead.
Oh my God, what is wrong with, wow.
Huyo ni Mary Jane. Huyo ndio Mary Jane.
Okay, so now I think now I'm starting to slowly understand how our parents' generation was looking at us, yeah? Because, you know, to us, if you ask our parents, as our generation, tulikuwa tumechizi, we were rotten. But now looking at Gen Zs, I'm just like, you guys make millennials look so good. Like, so good. So keep it up. Me, that's all I'm going to say. Keep it up, man. If that's what you want to do with your life, have something permanent on your forehead.
Imagine.
That represents... do what you gotta do. Do what? But that's actually insane.
It is.
First of all, I can only imagine how painful it is.
Imagine hapa.
Oh my God. You know, like a tattoo you get closer to where there's no meat,
flesh,
there's only nerves,
Yeah.
is more painful. Like these small ones I have are more painful than
Yeah.
the bigger ones that I've probably had, because less meat, a lot of nerves. So I just feel pain thinking about it.
Yeah. You see, when you die, the people around you are those people that feel the pain. I think it's the same thing when it comes to mad people.
Yeah.
Like
the people around you are the ones
guy. Why?
Si ndio tuna feel zile za surely.
Oh yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing?
So what was her aim of getting it?
She likes it, and she
and
uses
she's called
it,
Mary Jane.
and no, she's not called Mary Jane.
Oh no,
I
that would have at least made sense.
baptized her with that
would have at
name,
least
because
made
what is she doing? She even says that ana ubaya watu wakitumia, but inaweza kataa na damu. Like we ikikataa damu yako usivurute, lakini we ikikubaliana na damu yako
enda nayo. God.
Like,
okay, no, that's actually insane. That is, you know what? I don't even know why we're complaining. In the States, kuna mse ako na diamond in the middle of his head. So again, Gen Z.
lakini si tunakaa better sasa ukiangalia.
Hey, you guys make us look so good. Me, I'm here for it. Endeleeni tu vivyo hivyo.
Yeah.
But anyway, every generation is supposed to come and break boundaries. So
they're pushing them.
No, you know, we set the standard so high, like they have to go higher.
Beyond.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Anyway, because again, millennials, best generation ever.
But honestly, if you take something that makes you feel good, especially a substance, right now,
you don't have to tattoo it.
Na si lazima. Hey. Kwani unaambia watu?
Why are you telling everybody? Like literally you're telling everyone who looks at you.
But look at that video. If you watch that video, you'll notice she's not really okay. Kwanza she looks like she's higher, like higher than Mount Everest. She looks high already. So already whatever she's consuming is already like affecting. And let me tell you, wacha nikuambie, bangi inaweza fanya uruke kichwa. Just so you know. Yeah. You're welcome.
I had a lot of high jokes. I'm just going to let me take you to our next story, which is about I don't know if I call him our most courageous food blogger, because this guy has eaten weird things, okay? Please don't, if I'm butchering his name, I apologize. Anaitwa Aqnine. I hope so. Aqnine. Okay? So he recently went on to social media to tell people wamwombe, because guess what he ate this time? Just guess. Like, I guarantee you whatever you're guessing, it's worse. Just guess.
Yeah.
He ate a spider.
Ooh, Spider-Man. Ooh, we have a Spider-Man.
No, he ate a spider. And like, if you look at his face, like, I don't know, I want to look at that video again. Amefura, he looks, it's bad, but anasema sijui anataka tumuombea ama anataka tumpeleke sijui.
Nilisikia akisema mimi na dead.
Imagine ana left, he's about to left this world.
Na anajikuna mbaya ati muombeni.
It looks so bad. Oh my god.
Tutakuombea aje ka ujiombei. It has to start with you.
I really hope you guys will be able to see that video because it's very creepy. And sasa mtu kama huyo unafaa kumwambia nini? Because this is not the first time ashayaribikiwa because he eats a very weird combination of things.
The last time
no,
Batman,
no.
Spider-Man. I think hizi vitu zinamharibu.
What?
Yeah, ate a bat.
Ew.
Yeah. Imagine bat vile yuka ugly already.
Imagine.
Okay, mimi no disrespect to those cultures where people just eat those things, but mimi enyewe hata by the way ushikwaje?
And also it's a creature of the night. So wewe unataka kuniambia unangoja tu hivi usiku unangoja kuona bat. Ndio uishike ukule. Oh my goodness. As in you guys, you never cease to amaze us. You never cease to amaze us. So I hope he's okay. Yeah, we'll keep you updated to let you know if this allergic reaction became anything more. But guys, stop eating weird things. Like, who are your friends?
But clout cannot chase itself, Joyce.
Anyway, that's all. Like, just after this should be your warning sign.
Yeah.
Like, you know, though you ask God for a sign, he's given you a clear one. He's told if you eat anything else, una left sasa. Like, chaukwelo, una left.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's move on to our next segment, which is live sport.
Yeah, we have a story.
Oh, sorry, we have a live.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
We have one more story. And this is the final story, of the day. And this one, by the way, I love this video. This man is totally, what do I call it? Like ni ule mse mwenye ashasema, by the way, I am not engaging my woman just like that. So this man created a scene where it's like a damsel. See the way there's a damsel in distress. This was definitely a mortal in distress. So wakaingia pale klabu. It was in the evening. The party is going. Yani kumebamba, okay? I don't know if people still use that word. But kumeshika. Yani kameshika. And then akaanza a scuffle na bouncer. And then the lady came to us. It's like, no, please don't fight him. Please. Una imagine bouncer kimtu kikubwa hivi wewe unaanza kurusha na mdomo na yeye. So this guy, when the bouncer tried to create that scenery where, like, a scene where there's a scuffle, nini. And then when the lady was there begging the bouncer, please usimchape and stuff like that, I can imagine that's a conversation, because me, I like to just imagine things. I can imagine manze usimpige,
una paraphrase,
please just let him, he's high, probably. That's the conversation, that's how it was. And then kidogo the man went on his knees and proposed to this lady.
It's a very interesting proposal.
Very.
I don't think I'd want to be proposed to in a club.
Yeah.
But that's a very interesting proposal.
Maybe wali meet kwa club, so
I mean, you know what? Kwa raha zenu. You know, as long as you're happy. She seemed happy. I saw that video actually. I saw it. And it actually looked, you know, like the way bouncers can like hold you on both sides, so it looks like they were trying to like knock him off his whatever. So when they were doing that is when now he went down on one knee and like removed the ring. Again, very interesting. She seemed happy. So I wish you guys all the best.
Yes,
all the best.
Yes,
we love love. We love love. Hata kama ni kwa club, we love love. Mali tu mlipatana. Love does not choose.
Love in the club.
Bas, labda ni, maybe that should be your wedding song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You let me know. You let me know how it goes.
Yeah, but we got, guys. By the way, do you love our story? 1114441 is the SMS line. Also WhatsApp. Tuandikieni tumtuambie. Also kama ile story ya Swiry. Kama pia wewe ulishai experience at Strathmore. Manze pale kwa comment section pia tuambieni. But we gotta move to the next segment of the show. It's time for live sports.
Our live sport topic today is about marriage again. Sijui kama ni juu ya baridi, ndio maana producer anatupatia hizi live sport topics za marriage, okay?
Yeah.
But our topic today is, what do you do when your ex-in-laws won't let you remarry because the properties of your late husband were left in your care? That's a very interesting one. That's actually a very interesting one. As the married one in the circle.
Yeah.
Maybe you can.
I don't know how it happens where, because me mara mingi, what I know is like when someone dies and probably there was no will in place to, like just in the last will and testament, what happens is like there's a court process where, of course, if there's a parent, maybe alikuwa anatekiwa care as the in-law, of course now the in-law, maybe ni budaya ama mama mwenye yako, anapewa a certain percentage of the property.
Yeah.
So I don't know where in case gani unless ni hakuna wazazi, because mimi najua wazazi wao wachiwa kitu. But how is it your business as a brother-in-law if mimi nimeachiwa kitu na bwana yangu?
Yeah.
I mean, kwani were you married in this marriage as well? Kwani you can't look for your own things to live for your wife ama in-laws wako wengine? I don't understand. Like me na feel when even in the Bible mtu akikufa, it's till death do us part.
You know?
And death has done us part. If you're already 25, God forbid, and that thing happens, what do? Do you stay there in that marriage? Oh, sijui nini cause umeachiwa mali? Surely.
Now let me tell you something about crazy in-laws, because me, I have experienced a certain side of half of my DNA. I won't mention which one, but I'm sure you guys know. Half of my DNA is absolutely insane. So I get how like the in-laws will actually go out of their way to disrupt your life. Like I can't make this stuff up. But the good thing is, as long as none of those in-laws show up in the papers as a beneficiary, there's no money they can take from you. I guarantee you. Like there's hata wajaribu nini, hell and heaven wajaribu sijui nini. Because they tried that with us. My mom was like, okay, according to these documents, I don't see your name as a beneficiary, so what are we discussing?
And then this money, simulikuwa mnatengeneza wewe na bwana yako.
Exactly.
Na bwana yako ameondokea.
Exactly.
Ama bibi yako.
So how does it now go back to...
Exactly. So why should I atisa juu baba hayuko, acha nikupe. I still have kids to raise, you know. And even if I don't, ni mali yetu. Ilikuwa yetu, hayuko saini yangu. So what's the big deal? But I totally understand. Let me tell you, my mom passed on. And when she did, I remember immediately I got a call from a certain uncle. And they're like, wata nataka nikuje, nikuwe na walea.
Kwa nini?
And I'm like, sija kuona kutoka Fadhea die, which is like 10
years ago,
actually 9 years.
Wow.
And now you want to take care of me. And then kidogo, let me tell you, it got so bad. I was only 19 and I remember just standing, by the way, what do you guys want? Because now nilikuwa naitishwa sasa documents. Ziko wapi documents? And I'm thinking, kwa nini nikupe? Mbona mama basi yako kupe? And my mom had already, like, I don't know how people feel. But she was not even sick. She was like, Cheki, ndo hizi.
You should know that this is what I own.
And she took me to those places like hii ndio hii title, ndio hii title hapa. So when my uncle and auntie wakakuja wakaanza kusema hizo vitu, I was just like, and do you know what they told me? Waliniambia, basi mzike peke yako. Imagine tuko mochari. Sai tuko mochari nimepeleka madhi like fresh body hata hajakuwa baridi. Bro, niliambiwa mzike peke yako.
You see what I mean?
And I was like, sawa basi. I was like, yeah, and by then they didn't show up, just so you know. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, let me tell you, in-laws, there's something, sijui, I don't know, sana inakwanga, unfortunately, the father side, these guys will actually go out of their way to disrupt your life because you can't give them what they want. And I'm like, you guys are such sad human beings because you are grown, I was going to use a very bad word, you are grown people with children and grandchildren, and this is how you're behaving. You just, honestly, let these people grieve first of all, instead of being like, your pesa ilikuwa ya kwetu. So, did he marry you? Did he decide to have a family with you? Me, these things, they don't make sense to me. So, what I can advise, if you're in such a situation, make sure you have like either a strong if you're the lady, make sure your side of the family is very strong so that they can stand up against these guys.
Yeah, you need
because
support.
It can get very overwhelming. It really can. If my mom didn't have like 8 sisters because all of them were there, they were just like, okay, so now if you're fighting her, you're fighting all of us one by one. You know?
Do you know, like, nakumbuka iyo siku my mom's car was at the hospital, and of course it was my dad's car before. Alafu imagine tumeshuka, yani ndio tunapeleka madhe mochari, ameona hiyo gari 9 years, budangu alidai 9 years. Sawa, uncle yangu anasema na hiyo ndio ile gari ya Owiti.
So as in, I'm glad you remember, but so
anyway guys, we gotta move.
Yes, let's move on to the next one.
And we have a guest
in studio, so stay tuned.
Yes, and our guest today ni, acha nikwambie, guest wetu leo ni nduru za kuaminika. Zimefika Chatspot. We have Ian Asunya Ahmadi. Na try to get your jina right. But of course you know him as NDURU Man. So welcome.
Ndio sasa.
Ndio sasa.
Nduru,
Sipiga nduru ya kuini. Au gani sawa?
Inakuwa impulse lakini unaweza fanya tu bado. Lakini inakuwa impulse mtu wangu. Yuki ufanye usikie fiti.
Mpaka ujiambie.
Apaka ikuje tu na roho yako umepitia mashida mingi 3-2 ukifanya job tao.
Ndio inatoka sasa.
Ndio inatoka. Hiyo inakuwa natural.
Sasa ilianza wapi?
Asi unajua mimi na mtu delivery tao. Ndio tu nafikiria mimi nang'aa tu mtaa na amka naenda.
Unaenda kupiga nduru.
Lazima uwasili. So mimi napiga job delivery tao. So unapata unajua nikifanya hiyo delivery unapata nikituma hizo manguo tao nipeleke mteja kwa Utawala South B. Unapata mteja hataki kulipa delivery fee ama anakukata do, unaona? So unajua kikata do mostly hakuna kitu utafanya. Inabidi ume accept tu, unaona? Juu ukiambia madam mteja amekata kunilipa pesa yangu, hata ikutuma tena yeye bora mali yake imenunuliwa
na imefika.
So you have to una accept tu, unavumilia, but inafika time unaona hii kuvumilia iwezi, unaona? So unapata for example kama kuna day fulani nikianza the first nduru nikaeka online. Mimi sikungata mtu wa online, nilianza hii this year. Nilikuwa napitapo waende bank napelekea mteja kitu Westlands, lakini hakuwa anasema madam akintuma hakuwa anasema mteja location amenipatia, alikuwa amesema ni West tu. Hakuwa amesema ni West wapi. So akasema atapatia mteja namba nipigie. Mimi nikianza kuenda shughuli yangu nikienda West, mimi na lift ya Nduthi. Ndio tu Nduthi unanijua kaa wote. So nimeenda hiyo njia West, nimeenda hapo aende bank, kufika hapo mteja akanipigia, mimi uko na simu 2. Kunipigia kumbe ni Nigeria. Unajua Nigeria kwanza ni sumbua.
Ukweli.
Ukimpelekea kitu ataoda kama Excel. Mwamletea Excel anasema hapana hiyo kitu imtoshei, hataki. Go with it.
Ulete nyingine.
Na ukileta na so unajua wewe unafuli po delivery fee umetoka huko
ushaleta.
So hapo nikusikia tu ni Nigeria tu ni hivi nikatoa simu nikapiga nduru. Hiyo ilikuwa natural design. Sijaitoa hiyo sauti hadi wa leo.
So that was the first time.
The first time nikaeka mtandao naona hadi unapata tikisi imekupost ya guys screens jamaa anakonga to Terence Creative. Amekuja hadi hata hao anajaribu kama mimi, unaona? Hivyo tu. So nikaona unaweza fanya kitu kwa famous niache kufanya hii delivery. Naendelea hivyo hivyo.
Hiyo ndio uliendelea nayo sasa.
Niache hii delivery inasumbukana.
Lakini wewe si mshy like uogopi kusimama tu mbele ya watu waanze kupiga. Mimi siwezi. Mimi hata kuchukua simu hivi ati nianze kurecord, hi guys siwezi. Unatoaje wapi hiyo courage ya kwanza sasa kupiga nduru?
Courage mimi ni mnubi mtu wangu. Sasa hiyo courage inakuja tu natural.
Mnubi sana ni nini? Tuambie sasa.
Mnubi is Nubian, mimi ni mnubi. Nubian Kalamu. Wanaishi hapa Kibera hapa.
Original.
Huko ndo cha kwao sasa, unaona? So hiyo courage inakuja tu wenyewe. Si kitu msi ataniambia. Mimi naweza enda kwa makarau nifanye. Watu sasa watafikiria mimi nimeongea
makarau. Si unaweza unaenda.
Oi kaza hizo za karau.
Sasa watu wanasema kama mimi ni polisi hadi nakasirika. Jo wanasema mimi nenda na pale naongea polisi ama mimi ni AP.
So waongeleshi unaanza tu.
Utaendaje kwa polisi?
Unatoa tu simu unaanza.
Unaenda kwa polisi niaje nataka kupiga nduru hapa alafu nyinyi mjifanye. Watu na mimi ni chizi. Pale unaendanga wewe na good conduct tumeshika kwa mkono. In case wakushiki. Unaona sasa sina ID. Ndio ulichukua status unaona.
So ukienda kupiga nduru.
Ile ulipiga nduru.
Status wakachukua. Walinyorosha hapo wakachukua.
Ulipigwa. Unajua tu kujua what happened later.
Walipiga ile kijiti nini ile ndongoje walichuna mti. Wakanipiga uzuri ile kwa mjipini. Nimevaa sweater karibu ngapi. Swali nilipiga tu moja wakaniambia niende. ID yangu nilisahau. Sasa walikataa nayo. Sasa rudi round
2. Si unarudi tunasema afanye mimi
tafadhali.
Nataka kuchukua ID yangu. So the first time madhako anakuona ukifanya ama mzazi wako ama watu wenu wanaona tu umeenda viral na umeanza manduru unaitwa NDURU Man. How was that reaction like?
Wakoocha.
Hawajui bado
hata online na watambui.
Ile kijana unafanyanga nini Nairobi napiga nduru.
Wako na simu zile za
kabambe.
Unacheki. Bora mwatumia do. Hakunanga pressure. Wako tu sawa. Mimi niko as long as hawa wanajua mimi nawatumia do. Of course wakiona hiyo kitu hawezi fanya kitu. Unajua mtu kana kupenda. As long as ufanye
fanya tu kenye watafanya.
Sawa, lakini mimi sinanga pressure mob. Maybe mtoi wangu ndio utapata.
Uko na mtoi.
Niko na watu watatu. Lakini walimu twins walizaliwa last week Tuesday.
What? Congratulations.
Lakini sasa mmoja ni wa Mwarabu. Mwarabu nilimpatia ngamtoi lakini akaniachia mtoi akaenda Dubai. Sasa wazazi wake wako wananidai na wao.
So ndio walea.
Nimemraise for 2 years sasa.
Nice.
Sasa ni watatu sama twins
na unawalea peke yako?
Mimi sina mtu, mimi niko solo.
Na unataka mtu?
Haiwezi.
Tunaweza kutafutia.
Tunaweza
ambia tu atumesidhi.
Nimempatia kuna tuko naye lakini sasa unajua sana ni ile unapata sasa pia mambo ya familia inakuwa tricks unaona. So wananiachia watoi.
Na uko sawa.
Mimi niko tu sawa.
So
Wow,
what's
that's
the end
nice.
goal? What's the end goal? Like wewe ukiplan sasa ukisema the next 2 years nataka kuwa umse, wewe unasema unataka kuwa nani? What do you want to do with the fame that umeacquire? Plus kwanza inakupea do.
Mbaya sana. Ningekuwa siku hizi sifanye delivery.
Ala.
Okay.
So unaona
Umemoka.
umeandika watu.
Umetia chai,
Nimepiga
umetia
masimu hapa hivi naambia wase chukua mzigo hapa na hapa, unaona.
Ala.
So end goal ni ku personally me end goal yangu mimi ni mse dream yangu tangu nikuwe mtoi mimi najua ball. Si ball ya kucheza ilikataa, ball ya kuona. So unajua
Hata mimi napewa. Wewe ni wa timu gani?
mimi ni fan wa Live.
Sasa.
Okay.
Si ati watu wakwangi wengi.
Sawa tu.
Fan wa Liverpool.
Si ati mko wengi lakini mdomo.
Amdo ni watu wa Manchester.
Manchester ndio sasa number 1. Si ati ya mko kwa orodha
Oh.
mko tu.
So dream yangu inakunga mimi nataka kuwa mimi nakunga na idea mob vile show inaweza raniwa ya ball,
Yeah.
unaona. Tulikuwa na Jamal alikuwa ball kwa Mulama lakini brother yake najua ni twins. Alinipeanga show wa 254 tukapiga but ikaisha unaona.
Yeah, ball sasa.
So hiyo nakunga mimi dream yangu ni hiyo. Mimi siwezi kudanganya
So
nataka.
nataka kufanya commentary ama?
Si commentary kama analyst pandit.
Pandit.
Kama hivi show za ball tuko na
pandit.
idea tunaongelea ball
Yeah.
leo kama tuko na show yetu ya ball tunaongelea ball unaona. Hiyo ndio inakuwa dream yangu. Siwezi kama nataka kupiga nduru hadi 2025. Hiyo imekaa ndo pathway ifunguke.
Okay.
Oh,
Hiyo ndo
nice.
end
That's
goal
very
yangu.
So you
nice.
already have a clear pathway unataka.
Hapo
hiyo
ndio
nataka.
Lakini si bado umeandika watu wenye wanafanya hizo delivery so.
Baya sana.
So
So
nice.
at least umeemploy a few people.
At least
Unajua?
unapatia job wasikae mtaani.
Yeah.
Naona nduru tu inafanya watu wapate job.
Maze.
Ongelesha vijana wenye wana watch wanasema mi hata nimeshafanya job manze, mi ni architect na niko tu hapa mtaani siko job. Ongelesha wase.
Mimi nazambia wase last year nilikuwa jobless, unaona. Lakini inabidi ujuangi next year kitu ita happen 1 year later ama 2 months later. Wewe as long as unangangana unaamka, usikae kwa keja. Amka enda utembee hata mguu tu unatembea. Huwezi jua kitu unaweza pata at the end of it all. Mtu kama mimi nduru inafanya upate do. Nduru aje. Kuna wase wanafanya content imeenda shule huku nje. Like wanachukua makamera mimi yangu ni tenje tu na nimefanya nishamaliza. So wewe kitu unadu endelea tu kufanya. Huwezi jua kitu itafanyika the next year ama hiyo next year hiyo ingine.
Hata kesho.
Ama kesho. Bora bidii tu na Mwenyezi Mungu hiyo tu.
True. All right. Thank you so much Ian for coming. Lakini nilikuwa nataka kuambia upige nduru but I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. We wish you all the best na tuna hope tutakuona hapa tena sasa after you've achieved more and more and more.
And all the best bro.
Subhanallah.
You got this.
Subhanallah. Hivyo ndio unaisema?
Hiyo sasa nikienda kurekodi lazima niseme hiyo word inanipatia motisha.
Inamaanisha?
Subhanallah ni patience.
Hiyo ni usichapwe.
Hiyo ni patience.
Ni patience.
Tunasema sipigwe na makarao.
Asante sana Ian guys. We'll be right back to give you some advice to the best of our abilities. So don't go anywhere. So our first advice spot. Hi Transport, my friends and I started a business together. I invested all of my savings in it so far. I am the only one who is working to keep the business afloat. To them, it's just a side hustle, but to me, it's actually my main stream of income. Kindly advise. First of all, business with friends.
Exactly.
It's like living with your friend. Don't do it, bro. Like you have to be very, very careful. It whether be like a friend, like acquaintance, or like friend. You have to be there are very few friends who can, who can work together.
That's true.
Very few.
And that's very true. Like na hizo sentiments. Let me tell you, ni kama kukopesha rafiki yako pesa. You actually don't either. You either lose your friend or you lose your money, but you're definitely losing something. Yeah. So when you go into a business with a friend and unaweza sema hata this is my best friend. Yeah. But let me tell you, mtakosana vibaya sana. You have to be super mature, both of you, to run a business together, which hardly ever is successful.
Again, very few. The statistics show very few friends can actually work together. And I don't know, did you lay out the rules when you guys started the business? You know, even between friends, especially when it comes to business, you need to lay down the rules. Hii ndio kazi wewe unafanya, hii ndio kazi. Unakumbuka zile assignments za kampo when there was that one person who carried the whole team. That is what exactly you're doing right now. But now you're losing money on top of it. Me, if I were you, I'd either I'd sit them down if they're really your friends, reiterate, lay down the rules again and let them know if you guys are not okay with it, itabidi you guys leave, me continue. and the fact that I've incurred a lot of losses because of lack of your participation, you guys itabidi mwache pesa yenu hapa,
Yeah.
and you guys keep it pushing,
It's
because
even-
what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's even sad when it's her main source of income,
You
it's
know.
a main hustle, but then it's a side hustle to the other person. So of course they can't give 100.
Yeah.
They're giving 100 somewhere else. So I don't feel like any business should be run as a side hustle, especially if money is involved.
Yeah.
There's no utasema hii ni side hustle yangu, as long as maybe acha sengine hata your side hustle mara mingi hata inaleta more
you
money,
make more money,
more
yeah.
money than even your, you know, like your main hustle. So again, if you guys don't sit down and talk about it, you're always going to have mtakuwa mnakosana tu, like, and then sometimes it's unspoken. Wewe unaiona like, and you're probably not saying something because
Yeah.
they are your friend, you're scared of hurting their feelings, but they're hurting you in the long run. How? Because at the end of the day when you go home, ni wewe ukianza kufikiria, okay, leo nimefanya nini, still it's just hovering around your head. So
Yeah.
mkalishe chini, muongee, and then have rules, as Joyce says, and if they're not following, then maybe it's time to buy them out
Yeah,
of
like
the business.
keep it pushing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because even if you look at couples who work together, if you see them in the office, they are workmates. They are not at a husband and
Yeah.
wife, boyfriend
Ni
and
job.
girlfriend. Ni job. Kila mtu ako na job description yake, and if one person fails to do this, the company fails. If the other person fails to do this, the company fails. So the job descriptions, and they don't be so loosey-goosey about it. Mtu asikwambia, si kufanya, nilikuwa nasikia tu nimeboeka. Would you be telling your boss that if you're employed? Ulikuwa
Yeah.
umeboeka tu, that's why you didn't do your job
Ati kuna
description.
baridi sikuenda,
Ati kuna baridi sikuwa
sikufungua
najisikia would you, if you were employed, wewe employee wako sahi unaweza mwambia hivyo
Yeah.
and expect not to get fired?
It's the same way when you have a business by yourself and when you're, you know, like hired.
Employed, yeah.
Mara mingi you'll say, mi nataka kujifanya job peke yangu, but it's even work.
It's
Mi
harder.
sitaki I can't do a 9 to 5. Me, I want to be self-employed. The minute you're self-employed, it's way
You're working
harder
24/7.
Exactly.
9 to 5,
24/7
24/7.
round the clock to make sure everything runs smoothly. So we mkalishe chini, kama aski, buy them out. It's
By
as
the way,
simple as
itabidi
that.
tu you buy them out and
Yep.
you keep it pushing.
Yeah,
Will we move on to the next one?
Yes. You want to read?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so hi transport, my name is Kimeu. My girlfriend insists on knowing the details of my payslip. Judging from my previous relationships, they tend to be very manipulative on how we should spend my money. Please advise me. Okay, so you have been used in the past, okay? So you need to acknowledge that is where you are coming from, okay? So this lady might not be exactly like the others unless you have, again, ignored all the red flags and you're dating the exact same person all over again. Yes? So I feel like we always advise for people to talk about their money issues. Don't hold it so close to your chest, and this is someone who you see yourself with long term. So again, it's just about open communication. Just ask her, why do you need to know so much? And not out of disrespect, but why do you feel like you need to tell me how to use my money? If she's coming from like a good place and labda she has a degree in business and she can help you manage, in management, and she can help you manage your money better, wacha akwambie hivyo. But if you're feeling it's coming from a place where she might be trying to manipulate you, just sit her down and be like, I don't like how things are going.
I think the big issue here is probably the lady is not making anything. Maybe yuko job, because why are you calling it my money? Na unasema
not
nataka
our money.
Because if you're in a relationship with someone and you want to take them serious, then you guys have to have serious conversations and very uncomfortable ones. And one has to be finances. So if anataka kujua, you probably, ama wewe utaki kumuuliza pesa yake, because clearly ni kama Mr. kuuliza unaleta ngapi na wewe usiniulize. But you see, haujaniambia hapa hivi kwangu, hapa kwa hii relationship tuongelelei pesa. Then where are you guys headed in the next 2-3 years? Will you be like this, kuna that my money and your money, and you guys have bills in the house, so who sorts what bill and who sorts the other? Ama unidemtua kukaa kwa hao na wewe umemleta kwa nyumba na yeye anataka kumanage pesa yako na huku mwambia wewe uko very comfortable akikaa mtaani afanye anything. Again, talk. Mwambie tu, by the way, me stories za pesa. Na by the way, if you don't want to talk about finances, then exactly what are you guys doing?
Exactly. Bro, I will say this and I will keep saying it every day. Statistically, divorce, number 1, infidelity. Number 2, finances.
Yeah.
So if you guys are not talking about finances and you guys see yourself having a future together, you're wasting each other's time.
Absolutely.
Like again, you just need to be honest
watakosana hapa
about it.
mbele, by the way.
Mtakosana tu eventually. Because why do you keep holding it so close to your chest and you've already decided this is the person that I want to be with, you know? So again, just have an open communication, but also you need to acknowledge that you have been manipulated in the past. So make sure you're not bleeding on someone
because he needs to
you.
heal.
Yeah.
He needs
just
to
make
heal.
sure, yeah.
Because if you're getting into a relationship thinking everyone is, because we're already unafikiria in your blueprint, mademu wanapenda pesa and they are very manipulative. If you're walking into a relationship na somebody's daughter, ukisemanga ati, oh, they are manipulative, oh, they are, why are we generalizing again? I mean, are you dating every other woman that is in Nairobi?
Exactly.
Wacha kuumiza mtoto wa wenzake. But pia 111 444 111 is the SMS line. Please, finances is a very important discussion to have. So tafadhali, don't be caught off guard. And of course, that's all we had for you guys today. Did you like the show? 111 444 111. If you have any questions, again, tunapenda ku advise watu, not because sisi ni wanoma, but because we just like to help.
Yeah.
Karibuni sana and kwaherini. Sindio?
See you next
Hi
time.
and goodbye. See you on Thursday. Mwah.